Good morning, Ms. Hawkins. Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine.
Right from the jump, the judge starts with the full warning package, rights, charges, and the stakes. Notice how quickly this shifts from routine procedure to serious consequences. Audience question: do you think admitting you're buzzed helps or hurts someone in a case like this? Stick around. This one escalates fast.
We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On March 6, 2025, at approximately 10:29 p.m., the officer observed a vehicle driving with expired registration as of March 2021. A traffic stop was initiated. However, the vehicle continued to travel down the feeder road until it turned and pulled onto the wrong side of a two-way road and parked facing northbound in the southbound side of the roadway. The officer made contact with the defendant, the driver, and sole occupant of the vehicle, and observed the defendant to have bloodshot eyes, droopy eyelids, and a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage. The defendant admitted to drinking 1.5 alcoholic beverages, and the defendant stated she was buzzed but not drunk. An inventory search of the vehicle was conducted, and the officer found a large plastic cup that was 1/4 full of alcoholic beverage that smelled of tequila in the center console cup holder. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 5 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and refused to provide a specimen. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Are you telling me that she has alcohol in the car while she's driving?
She had a cup of alcohol.
Ms. Hawkins, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I am now placing several conditions on your bond. If I find that you violate these conditions, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds, ma'am. You're not allowed to drive. I'm taking away your privilege to drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're.
This judge isn't playing. He goes straight for the driving privileges, and that's a huge move. Taking away someone's ability to drive before a conviction is controversial, but courts often justify it when alcohol is found in the car. What do you think? Is this overly harsh or a necessary precaution? Let's continue because the defense is about to push back.
Not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine. This is an affidavit that you're going to promise to me that you're not going to drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, likewise, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail, ma'am.
Judge, is that standard for driving?
She has alcohol in the car while she's driving. And so I would presume that it's elementary that you're not to have alcohol in the car while you're driving. It scares me, and I just don't want her driving for now.
Understood. Judge.
We can approach at a later date, but I'm
concerned because for her employment, she can't get to and from work, and we can't get an occupational license or something like this. It's a condition of the court. I don't think we have any opposition to putting a lock in the vehicle so that she's not able to drink and then drive. But it just seems like no driving at all seems a bit harsh for a first offense. We don't even know what the blood is at this point.
Get it? But she has alcohol allegedly in the car while she's driving. One would presume that that's a humongous no-no, you know? And I want her to appreciate the privilege it is to drive. It's not a right. It's not a right. It's an absolute privilege.
Judge, if I may, what would be the conditions under which she's able to come back and get permission from the court? At what time frame?
I need to know that she understands and appreciates the privilege, you know, be proactive. It's not forever, Aaron, you know, but I want her to understand that it's a privilege, it's not a right, and it's something that people should take very seriously.
Did the alcohol?
I don't want you to talk here now in front of him. You know, you guys at a later date can come back. I'm always all ears. Like, it's not
For
absolute.
Greg's purposes, since he's going to be the one representing her, what is a later date? I mean, is there something we can do? Because, you know, if it's something that you'd like her to do while on bond to make sure that she's, you know, addressing the issue. I mean,
Be creative, be proactive. I want to know that she appreciates it, and I'm all ears, you know. But it's something that I've seen her do more and more. where there's alcohol in the car. And I would presume that you would know, especially at this age that.
Well, to be fair, Judge, the allegation is that she violated the law. The presumption is that you would know not to violate the law, period. I personally don't think that the fact that there is possible alcohol in the car, I don't think it's been tested, but it just seems like no driving at all seems like a harsh penalty for someone who's never been arrested before, no criminal history. These are allegations. There's a blood draw pending. According to the dim summary, she had 1.5 drinks. It's certainly possible her alcohol level comes back below the legal limit. And if that takes 90 days to get those lab results and come back and get this taken care of, she's not driving for 90 days.
I'm not saying that long, Aaron. I just want some kind of proactivity that I know that she appreciates come back and,
And just for Craig's purposes, so I can convey this to Craig. What's proactivity to the court?
just be creative.
Okay.
Be creative. And, several weeks, come back and we can talk. But it's a privilege. It's not a right. And it's something that we take very seriously. Every single day, someone dies from a DWI in our county. Every single day. And we need to ensure that it's taken seriously. I'm not asking for much. And once we know that there's appreciation, then let's talk again. Like I said, it's not long, Aaron, but I need to know. Now, well, because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You do not need to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with counsel and they will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. Do not pick up any new cases. Don't consume anything illegal or any kind of alcohol, and we'll be fine. You've got a great lawyer. Listen to them. They'll take care of you. I'll have you come up here, swear test. You're not going to drive for now. We'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you get with Felicia for your bond conditions, and then you're free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks.
Your Honor, this is his aunt. The grandparents are outside, but she has a young toddler, so the grandparents are watching the toddler, but she knows the situation. She's,
Hi, how you doing?
Thank you for coming.
Come on in. So I've explained to the judge his current situation with him living with the grandparents in Victoria and how you guys are supporting him. We have this time served deal that the judge is considering so that, we can wrap up this case so that he can move back home, work for the family, go to school, everything that we talked about.
Yes.
He just always wants to make sure that as a young person, he has support. He knows exactly what's facing him before we do anything that he can never get back. So this plea that he wants to do, it's got its pros and cons that we talked about. So that's why the judge asked me to bring you here so that if you have anything to add or anything, so that he can consider it, so that he can make up his mind whether or not he's going to let Diego take the time served deal.
Okay.
Please, just tell me about, would he be approved for the PTI program?
He's already been approved for that, Judge. It's a 1-3. I've talked to him at length about that. It's just something that he and his family does not feel that they can accomplish with all the.
Because he can't stay clean.
Judge,
That's it.
they have some financial difficulties. So anyways,
Money is of no difference. I could care less about the money. When you take,
well, on a PTI program, Judge, I know you don't on defers and stuff like that, but on PTI, there's not a lot of wiggle room besides the $300 DA fee. That's about it in terms of the machine, in terms of.
This judge is delivering one of the most brutally honest reality checks you'll ever hear in a courtroom. He's laying out the lifelong consequences of a conviction, insurance spikes, job barriers, housing issues, and he's not wrong. This is one of those pivotal fork-in-the-road moments. If you were in this defendant's shoes, would you take the program or the time-served conviction just to get it over with?
Monthly, they're pretty rigid by that. So I know you feel differently and your deferred is, but PTI is just,
that's complete.
PTI is just a hard rock, Judge, especially for economical reasons. Anyway.
I know back when I was staff divisions too, like I could tell. Moving on, but I was not going here that is now these.
I've barked up that tree many times, Judge.
Here's the thing. You're going to pay for this one way or the other. It's whether you either get this case dismissed and go through this program, or whether you take a conviction and then end up with all these surcharges from DPS, end up with a license suspension, have to pay DPS for all these other fines and fees, not to mention your insurance skyrocketing because of this DWI. Insurance rates now are absolutely bonkers because of how insurance companies are molesting us now as it is. It doesn't get better when you plead to a DWI and it goes on your record. It'll get 3 times, 4 times as worse. You're going to pay for it one way or the other. When you take a half-ass approach to something in life, you will get a half-ass result. There is a program now that you are approved to be in to get this case dismissed. All you have to do are 3 little things: a little community service, a little class, and most importantly, stay clean. That's all you got to do. And if you can do it for even 6 months, they will dismiss this case. Pleading guilty to this case, it will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. It's even there after you die. And you will pay for it. I promise you. It may not be tomorrow. It may not be next week, but maybe 10 years, 15 years. You know what? Why didn't I take that class to get this thing dismissed? Ugh. You're going to pay for it one way or the other. You are old enough now to make your own choices. I mean, you're what? How old is he? 18?
17.
17
in June.
Judge, I also want to correct myself. I've had him mixed up with another young client. He does need to provide mitigation information. So he's not 100% ready and approved.
Is this, what does he have now? Is it an accident?
No, it's a
It's a THC.
Yes, so that was a qualification.
Got it.
So I
But I mean, the odds of getting in are,
I don't want to speak for anyone, but I would assume.
I don't want you to make a decision now. But the decision you make will have lifelong consequences. And the problem is, there's only one problem, is staying clean. If I test you now, what are you going to test for? I don't want you to answer. But I think you and I both know. And it's been like this since day one. It has never stopped.
Judge, I think he's got a couple of negative tests, if I remember correctly, like the last time you were here, right? I mean, he's got some negative tests, and we can verify that. I mean, the last time he was here, you went down, it was negative, right?
December 12th, we had a negative, and then a no-show on January 27th.
And that's when he moved. He actually moved back to Victoria, and he's back here. I mean, if you want him to think about it more time, that's great. But the problem is, Judge, he is 3 hours. The family had a hard time getting him here just this morning. So if possible, and he decides again to go down the time served, we'd really like to get it done today, because that way it's just easy for them not having to come back. And that's part of the issue, Judge.
You are the master of your own domain. I'm telling you, it's the dumbest decision that you'll make now regarding your life. Because once you end up with that conviction, it will be very difficult to get a job. You will have to explain it on every single application that you apply for anything. Job, apartment, school, to get a license, to get insurance, every single application that you will apply for whatever it is in this life, you will have to sit and explain for this, and it's going to close a lot of doors. I'm telling you now that it is not a wise decision to do. I'm telling you not to do this, but if you want to, far be it from me to stand in your way. But I'm telling you, it's not a good decision.
Judge,
You guys go talk and see what you want to do.
The family.
I will give you more time if you need more time.
Absolutely.
Really. I think that you should get into this program to try to get this case dismissed. That's it. But you guys tell me what you want to do. John, if you want to do the time serve, you've got my blessing, but
It's never me, Judge. I just want to make sure the family and he understands every single word that you just echoed that I echo.
and so much that if you go, we can allow you to report via Zoom so you don't have to come back. But you can't use. You can't smoke weed. You can't use alcohol.
But I'll also leave the offer open too, to go with that, to redirect you. I'll leave that offer open.
I got it, Judge. But I mean, it's
You make the decision.
patient. It's hard, Judge. Like, well, Judge.
Done.
I'm